The Bermuda Triangle, three simple points on a map that form a region of the Atlantic full of secrets. From unexplained disappearances to phenomena that defy logic, this place has captured the imagination of humanity for decades. But what few know is that the most terrifying stories are not always the ones that end in disappearances, but the ones that leave evidence, things seen, recorded, and often impossible to understand. In this video, we will delve into the 10 most chilling things seen in the Bermuda Triangle, exploring the testimonies and accounts that have fed the myth of this enigmatic place. But this won't be a simple review. We'll escalate from the least frightening, which might only cause a slight chill, to the most disturbing, that which will make you look at the ocean in a completely different way. Get ready for a journey where the tension will grow with each story. Each phenomenon will be a deeper step into the unknown. In the end, we'll face the most chilling mystery of all, one that could redefine our understanding of the ocean and what lies hidden in its depths. Number 10. We begin this list with something that, at first glance, seems harmless, but hides a mystery that baffles even the most experienced investigators. The unexplained wreckage found in the Bermuda Triangle. Over the years, rescue teams have recovered fragments of ships and planes in this region, but what's truly chilling are not the remains themselves, but the disturbing patterns surrounding them. In many cases, the wreckage is incomplete, scattered in places where it shouldn't be, as if an invisible force had disintegrated it in the air or underwater. And we're not talking about small boats. Even massive planes and ships seem to disappear almost completely, leaving barely a trace of evidence. One of the most famous cases related to this phenomenon is that of Flight 19, which occurred in December 1945. This squadron of 5 torpedo bombers took off from a base in Florida for a training exercise. The pilots, all experienced, never returned home. During the mission, the pilots began reporting unexplainable problems. Their compasses stopped working, and their communications became confusing. Shortly after, they vanished from radar. When rescue teams were sent, they found small fragments of metal floating in the water, but the main wreckage of the planes and their crews was never located. The most disturbing part is that some of the recovered fragments appeared to have been burned or even corroded in a way that science can't fully explain. This has led to theories ranging from underwater methane gas explosions, capable of sinking vessels instantly, to the possibility of unknown electromagnetic forces that could disintegrate objects. Could the Bermuda Triangle be the epicenter of natural phenomena not yet understood? Or are we dealing with something more sinister, an unknown force acting beneath these waters? The wreckage found in the Bermuda Triangle tells us incomplete stories, as if the ocean had decided to keep its secrets forever. But what comes next on this list doesn't remain in scattered fragments or silent disappearances. It's a phenomenon that envelops those who find it, transforming the reality around them. Nine, the ocean, with its vastness, hides more than just creatures and shipwrecks. It also holds phenomena that seem to play with our minds. At number 9, we find the enigmatic strange fog banks, an anomaly that has puzzled pilots, sailors, and scientists for decades. Although fog over the ocean is common, this one behaves completely differently, and even, according to some witnesses, seems to have a will of its own. Accounts of this mysterious fog in the Bermuda Triangle are not mere exaggerations. One of the most famous cases occurred in 1970, when pilot Bruce Gernon flew his plane over this region. According to his testimony, as he entered the fog, he felt something strange begin to happen. Dramatized recreation of Bruce Jernan's case. Jernan described this fog as unlike anything he had ever seen. It was dense, uniform, and seemed to form a tunnel around him. As he flew through it, his instruments stopped working and his compass spun wildly. Terrified, he kept flying, feeling as if time and space were collapsing around him. Minutes later, Jernan managed to exit the fog, but what he discovered was even more unsettling. According to his calculations, he had traveled more than 160 kilometers in an impossible time, much faster than his plane could ever fly. For Jernan, this wasn't ordinary fog. It was what he called an electronic fog, a phenomenon that seemed to manipulate time and reality itself. This case has led to fascinating theories. Some scientists believe this fog could be an electromagnetic anomaly capable of disorienting those who pass through it and affecting their instruments. Others, however, go further and suggest it could be evidence of dimensional portals, zones where the fabric of space and time is distorted. Whatever it is, the strange fog banks of the Bermuda Triangle are a reminder that the natural world still holds secrets we cannot explain. And for those who have had the misfortune of encountering this fog, the memory remains as an experience that defies all logic. The strange fog banks that envelop ships and planes are a reminder that the Bermuda Triangle not only challenges navigation, but also our perception of reality. But as the fog descends and the horizon seems to clear, another unsettling phenomenon takes the spotlight. This time, it doesn't occur in the water or the depths, but in the skies. Eight triangular lights in the sky. The Bermuda Triangle doesn't only keep secrets in its waters, but also in its skies. In the number 8 spot, we explore the phenomenon of triangular lights, a series of unexplained sightings that have puzzled scientists and witnesses alike. These lights, which appear suddenly in the night sky, move with unsettling precision, as if responding to an unknown purpose. Stories of these triangular lights have circulated for decades, reported by both pilots and sailors crossing this region of the Atlantic. According to witnesses, these lights aren't simple flashes. They organize into perfect formations, forming giant triangles that seem to float above the ocean. In one of the most striking accounts, a sailor described how these lights appeared out of nowhere, forming a perfect triangle over his ship. According to his testimony, the lights remained still for several minutes, as if observing him, then disappeared in an instant, without making a sound. What makes these triangular lights even more baffling is their movement. They accelerate and change direction abruptly, at speeds impossible for any known aircraft. This has led many to suggest these phenomena might be related to UFOs, extraterrestrial technology observing the planet from above the triangle. But not everyone is convinced they're visitors from another world. Some experts suggest these lights could be natural phenomena, like atmospheric electrical discharges or unusual reflections in the atmosphere. However, none of these explanations have managed to account for the precise patterns and intelligent behavior described by witnesses. The triangular lights soaring through the skies of the Bermuda Triangle leave us with more questions than answers. But not all mysteries are above. Some are far more disturbing in the depths of these waters, because while the sky bewilders us, the ocean speaks to us, or so it seems. We descend to the bottom of the ocean to hear something that has baffled scientists and explorers for decades. Number 7. The ocean is a mysterious, unfathomable place. In its darkest depths, where sunlight never reaches, lie secrets humanity has yet to uncover. At number 7, we find one of those mysteries, the unexplained underwater echoes. Over the years, scientists from around the world have used hydrophones, microphones designed to capture underwater sounds, in an effort to better understand the ocean. But in the Bermuda Triangle, these hydrophones have picked up something that defies all explanation. Echoes described as shrieks, roars, or even songs. The most puzzling part is that none of these sounds match any known marine creature. One of the most famous sounds recorded in this region is known as the bloop, an echo so powerful it seemed to come from a creature larger than any known whale. While scientists have tried to attribute the sound to natural phenomena like tectonic movement or collapsing ice masses, these theories don't fully explain its origin or strength. But the bloop isn't the only strange sound recorded in these waters. Hydrophones have also picked up noises that seem to form patterns, as if they were a form of communication. Some researchers suggest they could be signals emitted by giant creatures, or even underwater structures in motion, while others believe they might be something far more sinister, messages from unknown entities dwelling in the deep. The origin of these echoes remains a mystery. Are they simply natural phenomena we don't yet understand? Or could they be a form of life humanity has yet to discover, communicating from the shadows of the abyss? Number 6. Imagine sailing through the vast ocean, surrounded by nothing but water and silence. Until, in the distance, you spot a ship. Its appearance is strange, as if it belonged to another time. But the most unsettling thing is that, as you get closer, you discover it's completely empty. No crew, no signs of life, just absolute silence. This is exactly what many sailors have reported in the Bermuda Triangle. The appearance of ghost ships, vessels adrift, that seem to have been abandoned by their crews under circumstances impossible to understand. These stories, although disturbing, are more common than you might imagine. One of the most famous cases that has fueled the myth of ghost ships is that of the Mary Celeste. In 1872, this ship was found floating in the Atlantic, intact and in perfect condition. But its crew had completely vanished. There were no signs of struggle, no visible damage, just an inexplicable emptiness. Although the Mary Celeste did not disappear directly in the Bermuda Triangle, its story is deeply connected with similar accounts from this region. What could have happened to the crews of these ships? Were they victims of extreme natural phenomena like sudden storms or tsunamis? Or is there something darker lurking in these waters? In many cases, the ghost ships found in the Triangle are in near perfect condition, as if the crew had simply vanished for no apparent reason. Some accounts even mention meals served, equipment intact, but not a single soul on board. This phenomenon has led to theories ranging from pirate attacks to paranormal events. Some believe these ghost ships could be the result of electromagnetic disturbances that disorient crews, while others suggest they may have been victims of encounters with unexplained forces. Ghost ships, with their terrifying silence and inexplicable absences, show us that even the visible can be incomprehensible. But not all stories from the Bermuda Triangle are anchored to the sea. Some take flight, challenging not just logic, but our very notions of what is possible. Number 5. The sky over the Bermuda Triangle is not only the stage for mysterious lights and sudden storms, it's also home to something far more unsettling: planes flying without pilots. These machines, apparently intact, move through the air in impossible patterns. And when witnesses try to get closer, they vanish without a trace. Reports of pilotless planes in the Bermuda Triangle have puzzled sailors and fishermen for decades. These stories aren't mere rumors, but testimonies of encounters that defy all known logic. According to witnesses, these planes appear to fly perfectly, as if controlled by an invisible force. But there's no one in command. One of the most chilling accounts occurred in the 1960s, when a group of fishermen claimed to have seen a plane circling over the ocean. According to their description, the aircraft looked worn, with rust marks on its wings and faded paint. But what disturbed them most was the cockpit. It was completely empty. No pilot, no co-pilot, just a plane seemingly suspended between past and present. After a few minutes, the plane began to move away, accelerating toward the horizon until it completely disappeared. Some believe these appearances are evidence of time portals in the region, trapping planes in an eternal loop. Others suggest these sightings might be echoes of the past. Could these planes be mechanical ghosts, trapped between dimensions, or are they simply mirages created by the triangle's unique atmospheric conditions? Whatever the truth, the stories are hard to ignore, and even harder to explain. The pilotless plains of the Bermuda Triangle show us that the skies, like the depths of the ocean, hide secrets we still can't comprehend. And as we keep searching for answers, these stories continue to unsettle all who hear them. Number 4. The ocean is vast, powerful, and often treacherous. But there is something in the Bermuda Triangle that goes beyond any known storm or current. At number 4, we encounter the sea holes, unexplainable phenomena that, according to witnesses, appear out of nowhere and suck in everything in their path. Sea holes have been reported by sailors for centuries. These massive whirlpools or vortices seem to form suddenly, creating a vacuum on the water's surface that can drag entire ships into the depths. What makes these events even more terrifying is their unpredictability. A calm sea can turn into a deadly trap in seconds. One scientific theory suggests these sea holes may be caused by massive methane gas releases from the ocean floor. These giant bubbles, upon reaching the surface, reduce the water's density, causing ships to lose buoyancy and sink instantly. But while this explanation seems logical, it doesn't cover all reported cases. Some testimonies mention that these holes seem to form instantly, as if they were portals to another dimension. Sailors who survived close encounters describe how the water seemed to vanish beneath their ships, leaving a vacuum that sucked everything around with unstoppable force. These whirlpools haven't just trapped small boats. There are also reports of larger vessels that simply vanished without a trace, as if swallowed by the ocean itself. Archive footage of ships lost in the triangle. But if these sea holes are just a geological phenomenon, why do they happen so frequently in this specific region? And why do some reports describe events that science alone can't explain? Is this just a trick of nature, or something much more sinister lurking in the depths of the Bermuda Triangle? The sea holes showed us that the depths of the Bermuda Triangle can be as unpredictable as they are deadly. But what comes next takes us even further. Something that not only hides beneath the waters, but shines with a purpose no one understands. Number 3, mysterious underwater lights. The Bermuda Triangle doesn't just hide mysteries in its skies and on the surface, but also in the depths of its waters. At number 3, we explore the mysterious underwater lights, a phenomenon that has puzzled sailors, pilots, and researchers alike. These lights, described as green, blue, or golden, don't just illuminate the ocean's darkness, they seem to move with a purpose no one can explain. For years, those who have sailed through the Bermuda Triangle have reported sightings of lights emerging from the depths. These flashes aren't normal. They move at impossible speeds, spin in circles, and in some cases, appear to follow ships, as if observing them. Scientists have tried to explain these lights using hypotheses like marine bioluminescence, a natural phenomenon caused by organisms that emit light. Methane gas emissions have also been suggested, which could create luminous reflections as they escape from the seafloor. However, these theories don't explain the fast, intelligent movements witnesses describe. For some, these lights are not natural. There are those who believe they are unidentified submerged objects, USOs, advanced underwater vehicles possibly related to extraterrestrial technology. These theories, though controversial, gain traction with each new testimony, describing lights that seem to act with conscious intent. Whatever their origin, the mysterious underwater lights leave an unforgettable impression on those who have seen them. Their ability to appear and disappear, to move as if they were alive, makes this one of the most unsettling phenomena of the Bermuda Triangle. Serious and unsettling tone. What are these lights? Are we being observed from the deep? Or is it possible that something far more advanced is using the Bermuda Triangle as an access point for their technology? For now, the only certainty is the mystery they leave behind. Unexplained wreckage, strange fog, underwater lights, whirlpools, pilotless planes, and ghost ships. The camera seems to travel from the ocean surface into the deep. Up to now, we've explored phenomena that defy logic and physics, mysterious lights from the abyss, pilotless planes trapped in time, ghost ships floating in silence, and whirlpools that devour everything in their path. Number 2, deep and mysterious tone. In the depths of the Bermuda Triangle, where sunlight cannot reach, something seems to be lurking. The giant shadows beneath the water are one of the most terrifying phenomena reported by pilots, sailors, and explorers. According to their accounts, these shadows are not mere tricks of the light. They are enormous, stretching for hundreds of meters, far larger than any known whale or submarine. Some believe these shadows could be prehistoric creatures still alive, like the megalodon, a giant shark believed to be extinct for millions of years. But others have even more intriguing theories. They could be massive underwater structures, perhaps remnants of ancient civilizations like the legendary Atlantis, which some believe may be hidden somewhere in this region. What makes these shadows even more disturbing is not just their size, but their behavior. Witnesses claim these figures seem to move with intent, following ships or stopping directly beneath them, as if studying them. One of the most chilling testimonies comes from a sailor who claimed to have seen a shadow so large it covered his entire ship. According to his story, the shadow remained still for several minutes before vanishing into the depths. To him, it wasn't an animal. It was something else, something he couldn't explain. What could be lurking in the depths of the Bermuda Triangle? Are these shadows unknown creatures, relics of a forgotten past, or something entirely different, something that defies our understanding of the natural world? Number 1. Giant sea creatures. In the number 1 spot, we find what may be the greatest mystery of all: giant sea creatures, beings that seem ripped straight from myths and legends, but according to eyewitnesses, are as real as the ocean that hides them. The depths of the ocean are one of the most unknown places on the planet. Despite advancements in marine exploration, we've only mapped a fraction of the ocean floor, leaving vast areas completely unexplored. And in the Bermuda Triangle, witness accounts suggest these hidden areas are home to something truly terrifying: giant sea creatures. One of the most common sightings in this region is that of giant squids, creatures far larger than any documented species. According to witnesses, these beings don't just emerge from the deep. In some cases, they directly attack small vessels, using their tentacles to drag them into the ocean. But it's not just giant squids that have been reported. Some fishermen have spoken of creatures that defy all logic, shapes that resemble prehistoric marine reptiles. One of the most shocking accounts comes from a witness who claimed to have seen what looked like a plesiosaur, a creature believed to have gone extinct millions of years ago. Is it possible that prehistoric creatures have survived in the depths of the Bermuda Triangle, adapting to a world that has changed drastically since their time? Or perhaps we're facing new species, unknown to science, inhabiting one of the most inaccessible places on the planet. What makes these stories even more disturbing is the lack of tangible evidence. Sightings are fleeting, proof is scarce, and science has yet to confirm or deny the existence of these creatures. However, the testimonies keep coming, each more detailed and terrifying than the last. Giant sea creatures take the #1 spot on our list because they represent humanity's most primal fear, the fear of the unknown. While previous phenomena, though puzzling, might find scientific explanations, these creatures not only challenge our understanding of the world, but also our sense of safety in the ocean. The ocean covers more than 70% of the planet, and less than 10% of its depths have been explored. This means that it's not just possible, but highly likely, that forms of life still exist that we haven't discovered, and some of them may be far larger and more terrifying than we're prepared to face. What truly lies beneath the Bermuda Triangle? For now, these massive creatures remain a mystery the ocean refuses to reveal, and a chilling reminder that in its vast waters, we are still merely visitors.